All right, I'm back with another live stream. Let's see if I can get this going. I'm trying to watch TNA Impact. I'm on my way to work. I'm in my hot car. It's a hot box, not because I'm smoking weed, but because my air conditioning is out. Anyways, all I really want to do in life right now is watch fucking TNA Impact from last Thursday and catch up on my wrestling. But there's too much shit to do. Just nonstop, and now I'm running to work, so I got barely enough time. So I'm gonna try to squeeze in a little bit of Impact before work, and I'll see if I can finish it while I'm at work, hopefully, if there's no one around. But here we go. Without further ado, I'm gonna skip my opening diatribe because I usually talk about what happened last week and what I'm looking forward to this week and what I expect to come. But since I'm short on time, I'm just gonna skip all that. I will mention that Trick Williams is the world champion here. NXT's Trick Williams, WWE's Trick Williams, if you will. And he's been representing the title well. It's actually been quite a storyline that they've been giving some attention to on NXT, that he defended the title there this past Tuesday against Josh Briggs and retained. And I just get a kick out of it when he called Joe Hendry Average Joe. For some reason, that makes me laugh every time. It's a good insult. It's a nice little insult, and it's not bad because it's kind of true, man. It kind of rings true. He has kind of been Average Joe lately, but we're headed towards Slammiversary, and it looks like they're gonna have a match. But I'm just gonna go ahead and hit play and get started on this show for now.
Things have been tense within order.
We're all bracing for Order 4's summit. We're all bracing for Order 4's summit.
It would not be an exaggeration to say that things have been tense within Order 4.
The Order 4 Summit will now commence. The most loyal member of the Order 4, Mr. John Schuyler. Please join me in the ring, Mr. Schuyler.
Put your hands on Tasha. You tried to injure Jason Hodge. You need to start following your own advice. Because there's no order here right now. Just pure chaos.
Schuyler,
You need to apologize. No! Whoa! What the hell?
you're in a mess against me.
A call to arms match.
What the hell does that mean?
Just the disorder within Order 4 is at an all-time high.
5 of TNA champions will take on.
All right, let me comment on Order 4 before we move on to whatever they got next. This is the thing with Mustafa Ali. Since he lost to Santana, he's kind of been acting very differently towards his stablemates that he recruited at their worst, downest time in their careers and, helped bring them up. Tasha was on a losing streak. He gave her confidence. He gave her something to do. And also the good hands, also on a losing streak. He called them the great hands and tried to give them encouragement. And then after he lost to Santana, he was like, well, kind of just turned crazy. And has been mistreating him, even put his hands on Tasha. But the confusing thing about this storyline to me is that John Schuyler has been the one that's been, on his side, encouraging to do all this, dastardly shit that he's been doing, beating up people post-match, post-match attacks. And so it was surprising that he was the one who kind of stood up and, stepped up to Mustafa Ali and stood up for himself. It just came out of nowhere to me. I don't know. I kind of like that he was the one evil guy in the group who was down with it. So I really don't know where that's headed. But okay, I guess next they're going to review that 10-man tag from last week that had champions versus, contenders, and champions on one side, contenders on the other. let's see how they review it, and I'll comment afterwards.
5 All-Stars tonight to close out this edition of TNA Impact. Standing ovation! Highwayman's farewell! The All-Stars beat the champions! The future of TNA wrestling hangs in the balance!
Well, all right, that 10-man tag wasn't so eventful last week. The contenders won. They beat the champions. It was mostly healed, except for Steve Macklin, who was in there as the international champion. But the Nemets, Trick Williams, the world champion, and the X Division champion, Moose, all heels, and they ended up losing. So, there was some storylines in there that were headed towards coming to a head, namely Joe Hendry and Trick Williams facing off, as I mentioned earlier. So at least there was something in there. I didn't think it was a great idea for a match, though. But yeah, the creative on TNA lately has been leaving a little bit wanting for the fans. I think a lot of people have been criticizing it. I was kind of excited for a while. I don't know what happened to that whole JBL thing when he was trying to help Nick Nemeth and keep order in TNA, and then they kind of just forgot about it, didn't mention it anymore, and no resolution. And nowadays it's just kind of not very coherent booking in terms of like just directly for certain angles. They're kind of mixed up together. A lot of heels just jump in and help other heels, which I don't really like. I think they should stay focused on whatever, feud they got going on. But that's just a general observation I've had about TNA lately. All right, let's move along. He's opening the show. I don't know if he's cutting a promo. We're on our way to Slammiversary. He's getting his rematch for the world title. Hopefully it's not an average Joe promo like it usually is. Give us some fire, Joe Hendry. Come on. Damn it. I'm getting a call from my mom. Give me a second. Let me answer this. He called me by accident.
This past Tuesday night on NXT, Trick Williams retained his TNA World Championship against Josh Briggs. So it's been made official. Joe Hendry will get his contractual rematch for the TNA World Championship against Trick Williams.
I was right. When I was reviewing NXT from the previous Tuesday, I wasn't sure why they gave him the rematch. I didn't think I remember seeing him win anything, because in WWE lately, it doesn't seem like they're giving rematches for losing the title. Like Cody never got his rematch against Cena. So I didn't know, since TNA is in cahoots with WWE so close, I didn't know if they adopted that no rematch clause thing. But So yeah, Joe Hendry's getting his rematch just because he's owed a title shot. He's lost Trick. He got hurt during that match. He sold an injury that wasn't really, I don't think, a real injury, but he did kind of sell an injury to explain why he lost the match. So he's getting a rematch today. Let's see what kind of promo he can cut.
Anniversary. I talked about it last week during the Champions Challenge victory for Joe Hendry in the All-Stars. Hendry is on his own path of redemption. Ever since losing the TNA World Championship at WWE Battleground, Hendry has been trying to right the ship one step at a time.
Joe Hendry.
Say his name and he...
All right. Sorry about that. My phone crashed while I was driving. It said it got too hot. It said your phone must cool down. But it's all good. I had to come into work anyway. Sorry about the delay. So yeah, I'm doing this Impact watching / review from my phone today. So I don't have the extra technology. I'm not sitting at my laptop to be able to play clips in slow motion and stuff. I just basically got the show real tiny in the corner, small enough that the copyrights won't worry about it, and that's the best we could do today. If you really want to watch along with it, you could zoom in, and actually, if you switch to 1080p, actually, it looks pretty damn clear. But otherwise, all right, I'm gonna head back to Impact finally. I barely got the show started. I'm only like 3 minutes in, and I was gonna listen to this Joe Hendry promo. Here we go.
say his name and he appears. Joe Hendry is here in Pittsburgh. You know, before we do anything, I just want to say thank you. It's been a tough couple of months for me, but I want to thank each and every single one of you because you have all given me the greatest life that one could ever have. So thank you. Anytime that I've been down, that I've had challenges, I know when I walk out here, you all have my back, and I appreciate it. But the reason that we get on so well isn't just because we have fun, but it's because we're honest with each other. And part of that honesty is I have to stand here in front of you all, in front of those three letters, and I have to at some point acknowledge the fact that I lost.
You failed us. You failed TNA, motherfucker. You better get that title back.
I lost to Trick Williams. I lost the TNA World Championship to someone who doesn't even work here, and that is painful.
Painful? Painful? It's more than painful. It's a disaster.
You know how easy it would be for me to just pack my bags and go home because you can't face that pain. But when I walk out here and I hear each and every single one of you, I say, no, I'm coming back to work. Trick Williams, you have something that belongs to me. No, it doesn't just belong to me, it belongs to TNA. It belongs to each and every single one of you. It belongs to each and every single one of you because you put me in this position. You know, I just had this amazing run that it took me so long to even get here to TNA Wrestling. I worked so hard, like everyone in the back worked so hard for years just to get looked at by TNA Wrestling. And you put me in a position where I had the main event at Slammiversary. I was in the title match at Bound for Glory. I won the championship at Genesis. I walked out in front of 70,000 people at the Royal Rumble winning the TNA World Championship. I faced Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and you lasted 3 minutes.
You all helped me make history. You all helped me allow TNA Wrestling to make history, and we all did it together.
Oh God, this is a major ass-kissing promo from Joe Hendry to the fans, man. I don't know, I'm not digging it too much, but okay.
Just because you said that when you did, I'm going to try something. I'm going to do something I don't do often, and I'm going to ask you for something. Can you help me here? Can you help me out? I'm going to ask you for something. You helped me all the way to the top because you were here for my ascension. And now I need you for my redemption. At Slammiversary, I will bring back the World Championship to TNA.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I'm just waiting to see if there's anything after this promo. Maybe he could get jumped or something. Let's see.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
3 weeks from Sunday, live on pay-per-view at TNA Plus at the UBS Arena on Long Island, New York. Joe Hendry gets his rematch with Trick Williams for the TNA World Championship at Slammiversary. Will you believe in Joe?
Nope, doesn't look like it. He's coming up the ramp, nothing. All right, so what did I think of Joe Hendry's promo? I've always said a pure babyface promo where you pander to the crowd is just a very difficult thing to pull off. Even Cody, when he won the WWE title off of Roman and had to be a babyface champion for like a year, I thought he struggled. Not that he struggled, he did fine. Even Joe Hendry did fine there. I don't know. Didn't really believe him. It's hard to really believe someone who's saying like they're fighting for the TNA fans. Like, come on. But I don't know. Sometimes the chase is better than the catch. Like I thought Cody could have used some more time to cash in and finish that story. Personally, I thought it could have been drawn out a little longer. And Joe Hendry too. I kind of was surprised they did it at Genesis. I thought they were going to wait a few more months, but he became champion and had his run. Anyways, I'm moving along. Let's see what we got next.
Once you get close to someone, you start to know.
This is Killer Kelly. She's going to face Masha Slamovich. She came back recently. I had never seen her. I've only been watching TNA for like 8 months. So I guess she had a long history with Masha. And they were friends, and now she's back. Masha's the champion, and she was not one of the first, but a wrestler who returned and stepped up to the Knockouts World Champion. So she's been cutting some promos since she kind of jumped her.
They really are.
Oh, and she won a #1 contenders match too. It was like a 4-way, so she did earn it. They didn't just hand it to her.
Me and Masha, we were devastadoras. We were like a chain. MK Ultra. Masha, I watched you become TNA Knockouts World Champion. But I also watched you forget who made you that monster. Next week, I'm gonna show you who the real monster is when I rip that title off your cold hands. And tonight, there's a battle royal for a future opportunity for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. And guess what? After I win that title, I already know who my opponent is. So girls, fight hard. Because when I become the champion, there's no way in hell that I'm gonna lose it.
All right, interesting stuff. I will give that promo some credit compared to Joe Hendry's promo that opened the show that did nothing for me. I would have given Joe Hendry's promo a thumbs down on my rating system. This one I'll give some credit. I'll give it at least a half thumbs up. I was debating giving it a full thumbs up. I like that she at least, showed some emotions, so some worked with her eyes a little bit, her facial inflections, her face moved. She wasn't just a robot reciting lines. So I kind of like this. I'm looking forward to that match. I don't know if she's gonna win, but I kind of don't know what that would mean if she lost and got buried, and if she could come back from that, or if this is just like a one-off, maybe, just to complete that little storyline they had with their tag team partnership. But that remains to be seen. Otherwise, let's see what's going on. A Knockouts Battle Royal for a future Knockouts World Title match. That's what we got later on. All right, that's interesting. Also, oh shit, this is something I forgot to mention on my pre-show diatribe of things that I was looking forward to. Obviously, Santana has to get back at AJ Francis for fucking him over for that TNA World Title match that was on NXT. They were feuding. and AJ Francis butted his nose into that and aligned himself with Trick Williams. So this is their blow off. They've been feuding for weeks. I think this is going to be a street fight. Yep, if I'm not mistaken. Santino made this a street fight. I like this graphic with the money flying everywhere. Money, money, money. All right. Also, Mustafa Ali and John Skyler's coming up too. So let's see what we got next, though. Here's another upcoming match tonight: Zachary Wentz against Ryan Nemeth. I think the Rascals are going to face the Nemeths, if I'm not mistaken, for the knockout, for not the knockouts, for the TNA World Tag Team titles. But this might be a little preview match for that. Okay. We'll see how that goes. But as of right now, we got the Rascals coming out. This looks like it's Zachary Wentz against Ryan Nemeth. That's the next match. Yes, and he's coming out with his brother Nick. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, well, I'm going to skip forward into this match and see if there's anything worth watching. All right, I'm here at the finish. I'm going to play it out. You know, Ryan Nemeth, I think he doesn't do bad work in the ring. Just a little bit hokey, his personality, a little bit over-exaggerated, I think. But let's see how this match ended. I'll describe it to you. Looks like Nick Nemeth is going to come in and pass the half of the World Tag Team titles to Ryan Nemeth. The referee pulls it away from him, and while the referee is wrestling it away, Zachary Wentz is going to hit a high knee kick to the face and then go to the top rope for a finishing move and finish it off. So that was a complete disaster for the Nemeths. Damn, spiral tap looking move. I don't know what it's called from Zachary Wentz, but that shit looks tight. Anyway, Zachary Wentz with the win. Good enough. I mean, the ending was a little clunky, a little silly, but I think basically when something like this happens and the Nemeths or the Rascals got over, it means they're probably not going to win the world titles. I assume. I don't really see the Rascals being the ones to take the titles off the Nemeths here, as Nick Nemeth has, you know, a lot of clout in the industry, I guess. He's been a WWE world champion, so TNA has to give him something. I don't think they're going to have him lose to the Rascals for the world titles, but I may be mistaken, but that's just my guess. All right, moving along. Let's see what else we got coming up next. Oh, post-match. It looks like there's an afterbirth. The Nemeths get pissed off, and they're going to go after the Rascals with the world title belts. Let's see how this goes.
Tensions very high here within the tag team division in TNA. But it all explode right here in the impact zone.
The Rascals ready for a fight, but the Nemeths choosing to back down.
Looks like the Nemeths are going to back off. So they got on the ring apron with their tag title belts like they were going to get in there and fight and use them as weapons, but they backed off. All right. Cool. All right, so they're showing some replays from this past Tuesday's NXT. Trick Williams defending the world title against Josh Briggs and then getting attacked by Joe Hendry post-match. So we got here's a bumper for Joe Hendry. He's going to face off against Wesley. Wesley's been put up to this by Trick. So Wesley and Trick, if anyone's not been watching TNA, have been they've made up. So their feud is over. And they kind of teamed up for one 6-man tag team match, and then they lost. But Trick told Wesley, hey, if you take care of Joe Hendry for me, then I'm going to give you a favor, maybe a title shot or something. So I don't know. I don't expect Wesley to take care of Joe Hendry. It doesn't seem in the cards for the storyline. But that match is probably taking place literally as I'm speaking, watching this, because I just don't have I'm behind. So I will get to that at some point, though. But at this point, I'm still on Impact from June 26th, if anyone is watching this. Oh, we got Trick Williams here. I don't know if he's there in person, but he's backstage with Gia Miller. He's going to do an interview. I'm sure he's going to call Joe Hendry Average Joe, but let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing by with TNA World Champion Trick Williams. Trick, Santino Marella made it official. At Slammiversary, you will put that TNA World Championship on the line against the man you defeated at Battleground, Joe Hendry. So the question is, are you ready?
Let me spit it to you like this, Gia. Slammiversary. Trick and A's the biggest show of the summer. All the way in Long Island, New York at the UBS Arena. Am I ready? Don't I look ready? Whoa, that there was a trick question. Average Joe, I see you still got heart. I see you still kicking. Well, I say that's good. Because whatever heart you got left in you, I'ma kick out you. Just because you believe doesn't mean that you can achieve. Now I'm gonna make you a believer at that, all the way in Long Island, New York, at the main event at Slammiversary. Let's talk about it. Now, while we talk about the main event, let's talk about the main event tonight. With my friend, my buddy, my pal, the one and only AJ Francis against the loud and proud Boricua, Mike Santana. We all know when you're rolling with Trick Williams, you're rolling with first class. So my money's on AJ Francis tonight. He gonna kick Mike Santana all the way back to the block. And I approve that. His Trick and A stamped. Let's talk about it.
Wasn't a bad promo. I'll give it a half thumbs up. I think he nailed it pretty well. Not that too fiery or anything, but I'm not sure if he'll be there tonight. I don't think he will be. I kind of feel like that was a pre-taped promo. I'm just guessing because I don't see him getting in Mike Santana's business, although that would cause problems. All right, moving on. Let's see what we got next. We got Lei Ying Lee, it looks like. All right, so who's she facing off against? Lei Ying Lee is here to face. Oh, she's in the Battle Royal. Okay. But Masha Slamovich is here backstage. She's going to get interviewed before they're done with the ring walk introductions, it seems. So let's listen to Masha Slamovich get interviewed by Gia Miller.
I'm standing by with Knockouts World Champion Masha Slamovich. Masha, next week you'll defend your title against a very familiar face, your former tag team partner, Killer Kelly. But tonight we've got a huge Knockouts Battle Royal, and the winner of that match will also earn a future title opportunity. With the division heating up this much, how are you handling all this pressure?
Pressure, Gia? I thrive under pressure. Whether it be old tag team partners or new challengers, they keep lining up one by one, and I just keep knocking them down. So, Kelly, if you want to play mind games and send a message, let's not waste time. Next week, let's have a chain match.
Masha! I have some exciting news for you. I know you love competition, and I have something amazing in the works. I just can't tell you what yet.
Well, bring it on.
I'm so excited! All right, it's gonna be good.
Okay. All right, so that was Ariana Grace. I might give this segment some points just because Ariana Grace popped in there all excited with some personality. Because before that, I was going to give this segment an indifferent for Masha's promo, but I'll give it a half thumbs up just because Ariana came in there. Although she was not wearing her NXT outfit, her Miss NXT outfit that, you know, makes everyone remember that she's the liaison between NXT and TNA. She's just wearing normal clothes. I assume Ariana's telling her, hey, if you beat Killer Kelly, that there's more challengers in the wings, probably from NXT is what I'm guessing. So there we go. All right. I'm down to see that. So I'm guessing Masha's not going to lose this title here to Killer Kelly. And they got to bring someone from NXT to take on to challenge for the title because there's a lot of good women there, man. There's definitely a deep roster. They could come up with some kind of title match for sure, I think. All right, so all the women are in the ring for this Battle Royal. I'm going to skip forward. I'm going to skip ahead. I can't really see everyone who's in there. But I'm going to skip to see some highlights and some eliminations. All right, so literally right to start off this Battle Royal, there was an angle. The Inspiration have already called out the Elegance brand, and they both kind of stepped up to each other in the center of the ring and started brawling. And as they were brawling by the ring apron, by the ropes, all the other wrestlers came over and just threw them all over. So all of Inspiration and Elegance brand are out of the match, and then they brawl outside of the ring afterwards. I think that was good. That was a good way to highlight them and the fact that they're going to fight. I like that aspect of it. I'm going to give that a thumbs up, so I'm giving that a point on my rating system. I should add up all these points. Maybe on my next review, I'm going to add up every point that I give and give the shows a total score. But for today's episode, I'm just going to make note of everything I see and whether something stands out to me, whether I like it or I don't like it. But moving on in this Battle Royal. All right, here's an interesting little thing that happened in the middle of the ring. I don't know if you could see there, but that's Jody Threat picking up a girl that I didn't recognize, and that's Katie Arquette, her name is. And the commentators made mention that she is related to former WCW World Champion David Arquette. So I thought that was kind of an interesting little wrestling tidbit. All right, I've skipped forward into this match pretty much to the end. I'm here at the finish. I haven't watched it yet, but Tessa and Indy are the last two, which I really like that. I'm going to give that 2 thumbs up right there. I'd hand that 2 points over willingly here because last week they had a little moment backstage where we learned some of their history and how Indy used to stay with Tessa when they were on the Indies and just starting up. But they had a little spat 2 weeks ago in a match, and Indy wasn't cool with that. But before I get to this and watch this, I'll mention everything and how everyone was eliminated. It was a slightly interesting battle royal. There were some spots in there that I kind of found interesting. There was one wrestler, though, at the very beginning after the whole Katie Arquette elimination. Jada Stone was the next one out. I've been watching the show closely. I don't know who that is. So, anyway, Danny Luna, she got eliminated by a newcomer, Miley Grace. I know they want to give Miley Grace a little bit of a push, but at the expense of Danny Luna, who had just gone single after the breakup of Spitfire. I don't know. I was conflicted about that one. So next one was Mila Moore, which was another girl that I had no clue about. Jody Threat, she got eliminated by Lei Ying Lee. Okay, that's significant. Jody Threat is a former Knockouts Tag Team Champion, so a significant elimination. There was a spot in the middle of the match where Xia Brookside, who had like 2 crazy brawls in this match, but she started really intensely going back and forth with Alicia Edwards. I thought that was interesting. I thought that something could come of that maybe. Maybe they could pull off some kind of program for them. But Rosemary was next to go out. She got eliminated by Hudson and Grace, the newcomers, the youngsters. So Hudson and Grace then got eliminated by Alicia and Tasha. So Alicia and Tasha had a moment where they reunited. Tasha, who's been having troubles with her new stable, Order 4. That kind of made me think, should she go back to the system? But not really, because Tasha eliminated Alicia Edwards after that. So ixnay on that idea. But 1 point there for me. I like that. I like the little reunion there. I thought that was interesting and cool. Victoria Crawford, the former Alicia Fox, she got eliminated by Lei Ying Lee, another high-profile elimination for Lee. And then another spot that I liked was Xia Brookside and Tasha Steelz, an intense back and forth. Xia Brookside, who had already been in a Monsters Ball match, so she's fucking crazy at this point. She'll take on anybody, but she and Tasha had like a brawl, and Tasha got eliminated by Xia Brookside. And then Xia got eliminated by, sorry, that was confusing there. Xia got eliminated by Tasha, and then Tasha got eliminated by Lei Ying Lee. Again, another elimination for Lei Ying Lee. So many eliminations for Lei Ying Lee on this night. Good showing, but she ends up losing, as well as she is eliminated by Tessa Blanchard, who I didn't really notice a lot in this match. She kind of hit herself well, and she's just here at the end, so she's part of the last 2. All right, let me take a look at what happens here. All right, I'm going to watch this spot as Tessa and Indy are fighting intensely on the ring apron. Ash by Elegance makes a surprise appearance, and I'm just going to check out what happens from here. Ash by Elegance, who had been eliminated at the very beginning of the match.
A very dangerous position. And
wait, what? The hell? Wait, that's Ash! Ash by Elegance! What is this?
my God. So Ash by Elegance hit under the ring. I guess she wasn't eliminated that whole time. I don't know. I didn't really watch so closely at the very beginning when her stable and the inspiration all got thrown over. I thought she got thrown over too, but I guess not. She pushes Indy and Tessa off the ring apron, and she wins the match. Man, you know what? I love the surprise. That was cool. I'll give that 3 points. For that, I'll say I love that. Fuck it, why not? It's hard to surprise me these days, but at least they pulled one off there. Ash by Elegance, she gets the next knockout title shot after whoever wins between Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich. Good stuff.
Earning a future TNA Knockouts World Championship opportunity. Ash.
And there's the personal concierge. He wasn't even there with them, but cool. Nice. All right, so they're going to show highlights from the match. Here comes Masha to step up to Ash by Elegance. Funky stuff. Ash by Elegance, who are still... Oh, JC Jane. Here comes JC Jane from NXT. What the hell? Let me press play.
Last week in a tag team match, and now is the future #1 contender.
Wait a second.
Oh my God. The NXT Women's Champion, JC Jane, is here on Impact. Is this the surprise that Ariana Grace was telling Slamovich about?
And in the middle of it all, the Knockouts World Champion, Masha Slamovich.
All right, I was trying to mention that Ash by Elegance, who was already a tag team champion, with Knockouts World Tag Team Champion. And here comes JC Jane for no reason. I don't know what they got in mind here. Maybe just a champion versus champion non-title match between Jane and Slamovich. I guess that could be a decent high-profile matchup somewhere. Why not?
And look at the smile on Slamovich's face.
You heard her. She said bring it.
Well, it looks like we're not going to get anything out of this. She just showed up, so maybe we'll find out later in the evening. All right, so we got a review of last week. Tommy Dreamer was out to confront Mance Warner and his girlfriend, Steph DeLander, for beating him up the week before, and he can't fight. He's old, so he enlisted Jake Something to fight for him, or Jake Something volunteered to defend him, I guess. But yeah, there was a brawl between Jake Something and Mance Warner, and I guess we're going to get a continuation of that here since they're showing us the replay. Let's see what they got for us. It's Jake Something. He's backstage cutting a promo.
Jake Something is back. Last week I made my return because I was sidelined, I was hurt, and I was forgotten. But there was one man that didn't forget. There was one man that kept checking on me, and he wasn't just checking on my body, checking on my mind, and checking on my heart, and that man is Tommy Dreamer. For better or for worse, he bleeds this business, so I respect him as a man and as a mentor. So when I had to sit back and watch Mance Warner come out and sucker punch him, no, I ain't gonna let that fly. Last week, Mance, I sent you a message. Next week, I'm gonna send you to the hospital. And one more thing. Since I've been gone, there's this new title everyone's talking about. The TNA International Championship. A title made for someone like Jake Something. So Steve Macklin, you're on notice.
There's Steve Macklin coming out the side. He was listening the whole time. You talking about me?
This is made for you? Yeah. On notice? Oh, yeah. Welcome back. Good luck with Mance. See you soon.
All right, decent stuff. I'm going to give that a point. I'll give that a thumbs up. Fuck it. I think he cut a decent promo. He had some intensity. He's got a little rasp in his voice. He's set up two scenarios there. He's fighting against Mance Warner, and he's already thrown in that he's going to try to face Steve Macklin, and Macklin already stepped up to him. So, all right, fuck it. I thought that was pretty nice. We got an injury report. All right, let's see who we got on the injury report today. Mike Santana. All right, so he was bashed in the head by AJ Francis, but he's cleared to wrestle tonight. But they're looking at his injury. Casey Navarro, he's out. I don't know if that means he won't be there tonight with AJ Francis at all. But he says he's got a dislocated knee, so he couldn't make his last match. That's believable. So I don't know what AJ Francis is going to do without him tonight. I guess we'll see. And Elijah's out. Also a torn tricep. Damn, that's a bad injury. Didn't realize that happened. Not going to miss him, though, honestly. Kind of tired of his gimmick. I can't believe he didn't change his gimmick after he left WWE. But okay, next up. All right, I'm here at the next match. It's the Mustafa Ali John Skyler match, as Mustafa Ali last week announced that he was going to challenge Skyler to a call to arms match. So here's Mustafa Ali's, Secret Service type of security guys. But we finally get the rules for what the calls to arm match are. Okay, interesting, because I'm like, what the fuck is that? Nobody's ever heard of that shit. So, okay. It was just kind of funny how he announced it. So here's some rules. Both combatants will have one hand tied to the rope, okay? Whoever gets untied first has the advantage. So I guess they're going to have a race to see who can untie themselves first. And then they can go beat the other guy's ass. And then the winner is decided by pinfall or submission only. Okay, I've never heard of this, never seen this, but okay. So here's Mustafa Ali. He is with Tasha and Jason Hodge. So the rest of Order 4 is going to accompany Mustafa Ali. And here comes Skyler. He's still wearing that shirt. In Ali, we trust. So both sides are apparently getting their... Hodge is tying Mustafa to his rope, and then Tasha is tying Skyler to his corner. I don't know. It looks like there was room for cheating there. It looks like Tasha actually tied it. I don't know if Hodge actually tied Mustafa Ali. Let's check it. Oh, he's got scissors in his pockets. Okay, so that's what's going on. And he's going to go over and start beating John Skyler's ass. And he's talking shit, it looks like. Okay, I'm going to move forward, though, and see what comes of this match. All right, so I skipped past the finish. Interesting little match. Interesting idea for a match. Skyler was trying to fight off Ali as he was tied to the corner for a while, so they did some interesting spots there. And then Hodge passed the scissors to Skyler. So it was kind of a fair match for a while until Ali used the rope basically wrapped around his wrist to slam Skyler into not the turnbuckle, but the steel post, and then win the match with the top rope 450. So after the match, it looks like he's going to ringside to look for a steel chair, and I think Jason Hodge is going to try to confront him and stop him, as Ali's going to do a post-match attack. So I'm going to press play from here and let's see what happens.
Another member of Order 4. Ali, grab the chair.
So Hodge is in his face telling him he better not do that. And Ali listens to him. Wow, okay, all right. Maybe there's someone in there still. Maybe there's some good in him. Right as I said that, he fucking hits Hodge from behind. So Tasha's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Hodge was trying to protect his best friend, like Skyler tried to protect Hodge against all odds. And now Ali's got the steel chair. Steels is trying to talk some sense into Ali.
Clearly, the message Ali was trying to send has not been loud enough.
Oh, come on, this is heartless. Steels protecting the great hands.
Throwing herself in harm's way.
Tasha threw her body in front of the great hands right as Ali was about to slam them with the steel chair. Let's see what's going to happen here. Is he going to hit her? Is he going to nail her or what?
There's no way. There's no way.
No, don't do this, don't do this! Off the drive. What the hell? Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Cedric Alexander is here!
Not only one of the best wrestlers on the planet, but a ghost from Ali's past.
Is this who Tasha Steelz has been calling?
Oh, it has to be.
Look at Ali's face!
Is he here to talk down Mustafa Ali? Talk some sense into him.
All right, so an interesting return from Cedric Alexander to TNA. Some people thought he might head to AEW to join up with the Hurt Syndicate, but no, looks like he's chosen TNA. And as Mustafa Ali tries to take Tasha with him, Cedric Alexander holds her back. So all of Order 4 seems to be backing up Cedric Alexander. Looks like Cedric Alexander took Mustafa Ali's stable away from him, showed up and just was a straight up man. Stepped in front of Tasha Steelz, protected her. This is very interesting. Also, there could be something romantic brewing between him and Tasha, I'm thinking. All right, so then Mustafa Ali just basically backs off. All right, well, I don't know the history between Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander. Maybe I'll look that up if I got some time. All right, so I took a moment to look it up. Looks like Ali and Cedric had a WrestleMania match for the Cruiserweight title back in the day. So I feel like there's more to the story than that, though. But at a quick glance, that's what I could find out. So they have had some history together. But interesting to see where this is headed, if this will be Cedric Alexander's stable from now on, or if Ali can pull them back somehow. But moving along, let's see what we got next. Next, we got the hometown guy, or the hometown man, which is Cody Deaner, but he's under a mask. And they showing him come back last week and face the system, despite the fact that he lost a stipulation match where he was supposed to leave TNA forever. But the system tried to unmask him last week, but were unsuccessful as they got stopped by Matt Cardona and who else? Somebody came in to save them, but I can't remember who. No, they didn't unmask him. Matt Cardona tried to help them, but they all just got beat down. I don't know why they didn't take his mask off, but okay. The system are backstage. Let's see, maybe they're going to comment on this.
Do you want to know something?
Yes, Alicia, please. I want to know something.
Leon, I understand right now you're nervous as hell, excited as hell. I'm guessing you probably ordered a bunch of comp tickets for your family. Because at Slammiversary, you're in the biggest match of your whole career. Well, for me, it's just another Sunday.
Leon Slater. So that's Moose talking about Leon Slater, which is going to be a great fucking match at Slammiversary. That's probably the match I'm most looking forward to for the X Division title.
What was that last week? You attacking from behind?
Here comes Matt Cardona, who takes exception with them gang beating him up last week.
What are you doing here? This right here? This is official system business, okay? And another thing, why are you always around? Let's put it this way. You don't work here, you don't get an opinion.
Well, my opinion, you just have no guts, and you would never attack me face to face.
Hey, I'll talk to Santino, and next week I'll beat your spray tan ass all over that ring. Right. Yeah, you ready? You ready?
Always ready,
okay.
right?
There you go. So we got Matt Cardona against Eddie Edwards next week. So last time it was a tag team match. Here's another chance for them to work together. It's going to be a singles match next week. All right, moving along. Let's see what we got next. We got Moose in action. All right. And then the Hardys and the Northern Armory is a match I might skip because I don't really see the significance of that match. They haven't set anything up. It seems like a cold match. But okay. Here they are. Here's Eric Young's stable, the Northern Armory, and they're facing off against the Hardys. So the fans here in Pennsylvania get a chance to see the legendary Hardy Boys. But I, for one, am probably just going to skip to the ending or see if there's anything significant in this match just to save some time. All right, I skipped to the end of the match. The Hardys ended up winning. I think something significant about it that I would say was that Eric Young tried to help them cheat his boys in the Northern Armory, that is, but he got caught really clumsily as the referee turned around for a second and he tried to take advantage and hit one of the Hardys on the outside, Matt Hardy, and then he got caught and thrown out, pulled away from the ring by security. So I think that made him look kind of terrible. You know, he's supposed to be their mentor. Took them away from Josh Alexander. He's supposed to be, you know, teaching them and not really fucking up himself. So I don't know if that's planting a seed possibly for a rebellion or some kind of, you know, some kind of rebellion from Judas Icarus and Travis Williams to be on their own away from him eventually. I don't know. I would assume that they want to make younger guys famous like that. I think especially Judas Icarus has potential to be a single guy. I don't know. I was kind of disappointed that they just, you know, transfer them so quickly from being one person's flunky to another person's flunky. And I don't know. I thought there was a chance at the end of Josh Alexander's TNA career for them to turn on him, but they didn't do it. So maybe they have a chance still to do it now, but the Hardys win this. Okay, I'm skipping forward. Let's see what we got next on this show. Let's see. Oh, Slammiversary. It's going to be a, what the fuck? A 4-way ladder match? I didn't realize that. So it's going to be a 4-way ladder match between the Nemets, the champions, and the Hardys, the Rascals, and First Class. For some reason, I thought it was going to be the Rascals against the Nemets, but I guess that was the last pay-per-view, so... Yeah, oh, Jeff Hardy grabbed the mic. Jeff Hardy's going to talk. All right, fuck it. Let's listen to Jeff Hardy.
At Slammiversary.
What's going on? I love each and every one of you. Right now, I got to call out my favorite wrestler, Leon. Get out here, man.
Oh, their boy, Leon Slater. All right, so they want to talk to Leon. Leon's got a big match upcoming with Moose for the X Division title. I kind of want Leon Slater to win that, but we'll see if Moose is willing to put him over. But I think Leon Slater deserves it, man. He's been so freaking awesome. Every day there's like a freaking incredible high spot. He's done some of the most incredible, crazy shit in TNA, and I can't believe he's still alive. But here, let's see what they got. I'm sure they got some words of encouragement for him, so let's hear it.
Leon Slater, looking to make history.
Leon Slater. I still love to call you Leon Slater Hardy. I'm not going to lie. My man Leon, you have been putting in the work day in and day out. That's right. You have fought, you have flown, you have scratched and clawed your way into the limelight. You are a future star. And now you are on the road to Slammiversary. And at Slammiversary, you get to become exactly who you say you are. You get the opportunity to be a record breaker. A record maker. Because you, Leon, you have the opportunity to become the youngest X Division champion in the history of TNA. And myself and Jeff, we know you can.
Actually, scratch that. Jeff and I, we know you will.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you both. That means so much to me, for real. At Slammiversary, it's already been announced that I'm gonna show up. But I'm going there to show out, man. I've said it time and time again, but I'm coming to New York to live forever, or I'm gonna die trying. And you can bet your ass that I'm walking out the youngest X Division champion of all time. And yeah, I'm doing it for me. But more importantly than that, I'm doing it for my mum. I'm doing it for my little sister that's watching at home. I'm doing it for each and every single one of you that's had my back on this crazy journey. And on top of all that, I'm doing it to make you two proud. And Moose, I've been hearing you chat, man. I've been hearing you say that I am the greatest X Division champion of all time. And I'm sick of it. So at Slammiversary, you better prepare for the toughest night of your life. And you know, now that I'm jogging my memory, I think that brother Moose has a match coming up next, innit? And as a matter of fact, I see a spare seat next to my boys Tom and Matt over there. So what the boys gonna do, if it's cool with you guys, is I'm gonna plant my behind at commentary to get a front row seat to the guy that I will be taking the X Division Championship from. You get me?
Hell yes!
Oh, we're gonna have a guest?
All right. As far as that promo goes, I was gonna give it, an indifferent in the beginning, since he was just kissing butt to the Hardys and to the fans. But he got kind of fired up at the end, so I kind of like it. I'll say I kind of liked it. I'll give it a half thumbs up. I give it an Orange Cassidy half thumbs up. But Leon Slater's gonna be sitting ringside for Moose's match coming up, so I'm expecting something to go down there. Here comes Moose. Oh my gosh, should we listen? Gotta listen to the theme song.
First, representing the system, weighing in at 270 pounds, he is the TNA X Division Champion, Moose!
And we are joined on commentary by Moose's Slammiversary opponent, Leon Slater. Leon, what a response you got before the commercial break, and now you get to see Moose in action firsthand.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be joining you guys in commentary. It's a shame it's for a Moose match.
Quite the endorsement there by the Hardys, but Moose is going to have his hands full. Got multiple opponents tonight.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 200 pounds, Shane Saber!
Oh my god, alright, it's me. What the fuck?
And from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 210 pounds, Jake Painter!
Jake Painter and Shane Saber. Oh my god, these are two jobbers. It's a 2-on-1 handicap match. Moose is gonna dominate. Alright, I'm skipping this though. I'm skipping forward. I already know Moose is cutting a promo before the match. He doesn't care about these guys. Alright, I gotta listen to the promo first. Fuck it.
Alright, so I think he has a lot on his plate, I can't lie.
Since Slammiversary is right around the corner, I needed a warm-up. And in the spirit of the X Division, I personally requested that this match become a triple threat match so I could show Leon exactly what I'm gonna do to him in the biggest match of his career. So Leon, you better take notes.
I'm watching, don't you worry, I'm watching, big man. I'm watching, don't worry. Don't worry about me. Point that dusty finger at me.
Leon, you're gonna get a real close view of your opponent right here, but you had a really close view, per se, of the X Division title back at Rebellion. I mean, inches, seconds away. I mean, do you still think about that moment?
All right, sorry, I'm just fascinated by this match. I don't know why it's a triple threat. I thought it was going to be a handicap match. But okay, let's see what happens. All right, like I figured, Moose dominates and wins the match. Looks like post-match he's kind of jaw-jacking with Leon Slater at ringside, and he might try to beat up on the the jobber in the ring. I forgot his name, so I just gotta call him a jobber.
Leon, are you prepared to make history at Slammiversary?
I'm ready, man. I said it on the mic when Matt and Jeff were in the ring. Oh, hold on, what's he doing, man?
Moose slaying into one of his opponents, and Slater getting in Moose's face.
All right, so Slater got in his face, stopped the post-match attack, and then Moose backs off and powders out slowly as he faces Leon Slater. All right, then, that was that. What do I think of that? I was indifferent to the match. Didn't really care about the match. I thought it was a superfluous booking. They got in each other's face at the end. That was all right. I'll give it a half a thumbs up for the match and the afterbirth, I guess. All right, moving on, though. We got a video package for AJ Francis and Mike Santana, everything that's been happening with them. I guess I'll press play on Santana a little bit, listen to him.
AJ, I gotta give you your props. You caught me slipping. Not only did you cost me my very first opportunity at the TNA World title, you forced me to have to go home empty-handed to my baby girl. So every little bit of pain that little girl felt, I'm gonna take out on you.
When you interrupted my show again, I hit you in the back of the head with a bottle. Gave you a glass shampoo. You don't get to interrupt me anymore, Michael.
So before I get back to Trick, tonight, your name gets crossed out.
Mike Santana, AJ Francis, street fighter.
Tonight, you're gonna have to walk through the belly of the beast. Let's get it.
All right. Santana looks serious. All right, so AJ Francis does have Casey Navarro with him. He's got a trash can, and looks like Casey is well enough to at least be a valet today, if not wrestle. But all right, and then let's see, Santana's going to probably come in through the crowd, I'm guessing, since he's a man of the people. Yep, there he is. And this will be an interesting matchup. We got about 19 minutes left on the show here, so it looks like it's going to be most of the main event. They're going to jumpstart the match, and obviously a lot of intensity, but I'm going to skip forward and see if I can find any highlights. All right, I've skipped forward quite a bit into this match. Not a bad match, not the most hardcore match I've ever seen. Lots of shit-talking, trash-talking from AJ Francis, a couple high spots from Santana, and Santana here has turned the tide on Francis, who had Santana down for much of the match, and now he's going to give him a move. Looks like an attitude adjustment type move onto a bunch of steel steps he set up in the ring.
Oh, up onto the shoulders. The strength of Mike Santana. Death Valley driver into the...
That looked tough, but he pulled it off.
Cover! Oh, no, it's not enough.
All right, kicked out. Let's move forward. Oh, my God. It's the same spot, but it's through a table off the ring apron. All right, let's see. I'm impressed by Santana picking him up and able to fling him forward like this. He's so much bigger than he is, AJ Francis.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, my God. Look at the strength of Mike
You gotta give it up for AJ Francis for taking that move like that, man. I don't know. I'm sorry. I laugh. I shouldn't laugh. He's such a hateable guy, but he does it really well. He gets good heat, the poor guy. Unfortunately, he's just really good at being hateable in the show. But I actually really like the guy. But man, that's a funky spot. And Casey Navarro is gut wrenched and stunned at ringside. But I don't know if that's gonna be the end. Oh, here comes Trick Williams. All right, so there's 5 minutes left in the show. I might as well press play. Trick is here. It's a street fight. He's probably got to drag him into the ring to pin him, but let's see what happens. Looks like Trick is pissed off that AJ Francis couldn't take care of this situation for, I don't know what he really cares about Santana for, but okay. All right, so Joe Hendry's music hits. Oh no! What the hell? My video froze up, but it's a spear from AJ Francis. We got about 4 minutes left here.
And that could be disastrous.
He's going for the down payment. Up onto the shoulders. Santana trying to survive the 330-pounder.
Oh, no way.
Dear God. This is sacrilege. AJ Francis with a Styles Clash in a TNA ring. Not like this. Oh, thank God. Santana kicked out.
AJ Francis doing an AJ Styles move, the Styles Clash. That's interesting. Funky. Kind of a trip. I'm really digging the ending to this match here. I think Trick, he didn't really need to come out because he doesn't really have anything with Santana, really, but he's just been kind of friends with AJ Francis. So it's funny that he did come out and just check on him for a second before he fought out with Joe Hendry.
To put the realist away!
And now Francis is calling for that champagne bottle where he used it on Santana a few weeks ago on the penthouse.
So he swigged a glass of champagne. He's got a bottle of champagne too, I guess. He's planning on nailing Santana with
that whole sequence of events is what led to Mike Santana's suspension.
Well, I think Francis wants it down. But whoa, wait a minute. He went for spin the block. Payback for Santana.
That was a funny ending, I will say. I don't know why AJ Francis felt the need to swing that champagne right at that second, at the end, at the most critical juncture of the match. And then he just went in for an overhand right that completely missed wildly because he was probably buzzed the instant he swigged that freaking glass of alcohol, and then ended up getting nailed in the head with his own champagne bottle. So, all right, good stuff, good stuff. We got 3 minutes left in the show, though. I suspect something might happen with that much time. Let's just press play and run it out.
And what a piece of payback from Mike Santana. Let's take a look back at some of this matchup. Of course, we saw the power.
All right, we got some replays. I'll skip through these. Santana celebrating for a bit. Grabs the microphone. All right, we got a promo.
What about damn music? Hey, yo, Pittsburgh, where we at?
You're in Pittsburgh, man. You just said it.
I have sweat. I have clawed. I have bled every single day to be where I am today. And it's because of all of you. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck real quick. They don't call me the standard of TNA for nothing. When you mention the world title, you mention my damn name. Slammiversary, New York, New York. UBS Arena. You know what I want, right? Joe Hendry, Trick Williams, Mike Santana, the main event, Slammiversary. Santino, you know what to do. If anything, you owe me one. But these people want it, huh? I'll give a little spoiler. I ain't going to New York to lose, Poppy. So get used to this face, because I'm the damn standard of TNA.
Mike Santana didn't come this far to just come.
All right, not what I was expecting, but interesting development. He wants into that match. He wants it to be a three-way. Mike Santana does. Okay. That's fine with me. I think he deserves it. The only thing is that Joe Hendry deserves a one-on-one rematch too. So he didn't really do anything to, deserve to have this become a three-way and be a disadvantage for him. So I don't know if that means that after this match, Joe Hendry still gets a title shot after that. So I don't know. But okay, overall, the show I think was pretty solid. I think the stuff with Order 4 was pretty good, and the Cedric Alexander introduction, I think they did that really well. That's probably the only moment that I belly laughed was when Mustafa Ali nailed Jason Hotch, even though he kind of acted like he wasn't going to, but did it anyway. So that got a surprise reaction out of me. The Battle Royal, the Women's Battle Royal, I think was pretty solid. There was a lot of good spots in there that I found very interesting and cool. And the main event was really good. So yeah, this show I think I'm gonna give a thumbs up to. I've been down on some TNA Impact shows recently, but this one I think I liked. So there you go. That's my review of TNA for the week. All right, I gotta go. Next chance I get, I'm gonna try to get to Night of Champions. So that's where I'm at. A little behind, but it's all good. Life gets in the way sometimes, but we're still gonna catch up on the wrestling. Don't worry. Have a good day.